Hello, my name is Terry Lynn Arnold, and I'm very honored to address the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and its leadership for the historical moment that we are having right now. I know that you've heard testimony from wonderful advocates like Deborah, who is well respected in your state, and also Dr. Flimpa Lentz, who is the director of the Inflammatory Breast Cancer Program at Dana-Farber, and John Schulenberg. I want to focus on John for 1 second. John has single-handedly spearheaded something that's incredibly selfless. As you know, he lost his daughter to this horrible disease, and he wants to see what we can do to stop the loss of life. And the first step he wants to take in that is to get good quality education out for inflammatory breast cancer. Now you might wonder, why is that important? We live in a sea of pink. But inflammatory was first written about in the 1800s, and along the way it picked up labels: rare, virulent, fatal, and then in time it picked up another one: orphaned. Orphan diseases do not get funding for research. They do not get education. But the disease doesn't care, and it keeps attacking young women. We don't have the tools we need to diagnose it any earlier than stage 3. So the best thing we can do right now is to have good quality education to minimize misdiagnosis, make a timely diagnosis. But also, research is growing, and I have formed a charity that is funding that. That's one of the reasons I was asked to address you. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts is about to make history if you do decide to make this law, because there's no place that requires inflammatory breast cancer to be taught. And it is not commonly taught, if at all, on the main stages of medical conferences. Rare diseases don't get that time. I understand. You have to put the time where you think you can have the most bang for your buck. But the fatality rate of this disease is so high, we feel that it is time for inflammatory to be on that main stage. Just like today, there was a patient advocate effort in Texas that made the state of Texas decide to fund the first clinic in the entire world devoted to inflammatory breast cancer back in 2006. That was a milestone moment. Dana-Farber was paying attention. 10 years later, they opened a similar clinic, and they are doing beautiful work, and these clinics are working together. So now we are poised to take another step and have it taught in nursing school, which would then hopefully minimize diagnosis delays, which is a plague of this disease. And also, even when a patient is properly flagged with inflammatory, there was a paper just recently released in February that said that out of the almost 7,000 women that were being in treatment, less than 25% of them were getting the appropriate care, all that could be available to them. We have a lot of education to do. Massachusetts is about to make a milestone moment, and I hope it happens, because I can promise you it will set off a domino effect that's going to matter all over the U.S. and hopefully around the world. And when you hear the word fatal, there are a few of us that have lived long. I'm one of them. I was diagnosed 17 years ago. I'm well, and I've devoted my life to this cause. Help us, help others. The women deserve it. Make this happen today. Hope always.